Right, hello everyone. Welcome to Meet the Characters and for Icewind Dale Corrupted. And here is our next Meet the Characters with Red. Hello, good morning, Red.
Hi, how are you doing?
Good. And Red, we're going to be making a miniature of your character Milk for Icewind Dale Corrupted today using HeroForge.com. You excited?
I am, absolutely.
Now, of all the characters we have in Icewind Dale Corrupted, this is the one I'm most like, oh, how, like there are so many options on Hero Forge, but can we actually do this? So let's see what we can achieve today. Right. Now, the first options that they give you, they call it race. I like to think of them as species. You're playing a Tiefling.
Yeah.
This Tiefling is a very much sort of, it's described as an infernal, so that is a very demonic Tiefling. There is also, they call a half demon down here, which is more that sort of thing. Do you feel particularly...
That looks kind of appropriate.
I think it feels closer.
I mean, Milk doesn't have wings, so...
Okay, well, let's start with that, and we can always move back and forth. Now, Milk is male-bodied, certainly, but they give you an early option of swapping between classic male-bodied and female-bodied forms. Is there one in particular you want to start with, and we can then develop, because it doesn't get locked in or set at all?
Let's start with male and refine it.
Okay, no problem. Easily done. So, the first thing we do is the head. Hang on, let me get a better view of that. There we go. As you can see here on the face, there are a whole bunch of different facial options. Now, we're not playing a Warforged, so we can leave that one out. But there are a huge variety of different animal faces and things like that. Which of these ones up here, from about here upwards, do you think most speaks to Milk as a character?
I think something reasonably soft-featured. Maybe second row down, first on the left.
This one here, smooth features.
That's pretty good.
Hang on, Milk doesn't have a beard, so let's take the beard out first, just so we get a better view of the face.
Sure, and those horns are...
We can do lots with horns in a sec, don't worry about that. In terms of the face, they have a feature called softness up here, which generally seems to match to sort of femme mask featuring. So femme's all the way over there. Do you have a particular sort of line on this where you feel like that gets closest?
Crank it all the way up, right, I think. Just go full femme.
Full femme, so very much softer featured, more delicate there.
Oh yeah, perfect.
Lovely. We can always come back and change things, so if you want to change something after the fact, that's perfectly fine. It's just to get us started.
Okay.
Now, apparently all human expression can be put into 5 categories: smile, cocky, snarl, confused, and arg. And just because I love it, let's just do this one all the way up.
Wow. I know that pace. I mean, those are my 5 emotions. I think that's all I have.
Mine too, yeah. Now, if we play around with smile, smile goes down from sort of almost a pout all the way up to like a big grin. Now, Milk's quite a cocky, sarky sort of character, so do you want to put the smile a little bit higher? Where do you feel that would sit?
Either like maybe bring the smile down. I'm kind of curious to see what cocky looks like.
Oh, okay.
Cocky does I had to pick one.
Cocky does a very sort of cocksure expression where you get the eyebrow up and you get the corner of the mouth up.
That's perfect.
Sort of thing, yeah. You can go even further.
Yeah, I think full on
cocky.
Sarcasm.
Okay.
Yeah, he's already been causing a lot of friction.
If you add the smile to that, you get that sort of almost quite rictusy sort of smile in if you want to have more bearing of teeth.
Maybe a little teeth. The teeth are kind of great, so it's nice to see them.
Should we sit sort of around there and then see what the rest of it does, especially when the horns are different? Snarl goes to more of the angry, so it brings the corner of the mouth up and gives you a proper sort of but that doesn't feel very milky to me somehow.
No, and yeah. I think the clarity of what we've got is quite nice.
Okay, let's get smile and cocky back up, because these sliders do affect each other a little. There we go.
That's pretty awesome.
Confused drags in a sort of other eyebrow going up, which doesn't really work here, so let's leave that back down and pull these back up again. And arg is just opening the mouth, so that could be like making a comment, being a bit cocky, or it could be a bit more closed.
I think a bit closed. I think where you've got pretty...
Yeah, where we are there. Great.
Pretty milky. Yeah.
Now, there are eyes sideways and eyes up and down, but it's hard to see until we've got actual irises in the eyes, so probably best to leave those for the time being.
Wow.
Now, ears, it has given you what it refers to as elemental ears, so these big, large, sweeping ears on the side here, but you can go more classic human, or they describe these as mangled, which is a bit grim. Mangled and torn are options. But there's also sort of bigger, bulbousy, dwarfy ones, or if you go down the spectrum, big, huge, fey, elfy, goblinoid, even fins. Do you have a particular kind of ear you were considering?
Yeah, something fawnish, goat-like.
Something goat-like and fawnish. We've got like animal ears here, which look a bit more sort of, I think, cow-like, I would say. But there's these sort of fawny, like long ones too.
Oh, those are good.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, I mean they're they're perhaps slightly cuddlier than I imagined them, but they're that kind of
Well, do we have a slightly
sheep-like?
Sharper? No, these get into really crazy ones.
They're mental.
Yeah. Oh, there's also rabbit ones.
I mean, I could make a whole new character.
Yeah. Those are a bit bigger. Those are a bit smaller, potentially, if you're looking for more fawnish ones that are a bit lower down. Those are quite big and wide. Which of those grabbed you the most?
I think definitely something more animalian than kind of impish, I think.
Those all go quite up. So I think these two are probably the closest. Thinking the bigger or the smaller?
I think the smaller. I think the one you've got is...
Cool. Well, let's leave those in for
bad.
now. And again, we can always tweak these after the fact if we don't like how something goes. We would normally jump to hair, but because of the way the horns are, I'm going to jump to horns first and do some tweaking here. So it's given you automatically these ones, which we can take out now. Now, Milk is a tiefling, and Milk does have horns, doesn't he?
He does, yes. So two here that are smooth and come up is the ones that were
When you
ideally...
say here, say it again. Show me.
can you not see? Sort of on his forehead.
Middle of the forehead. Okay. Now, middle of the forehead they have, which is probably either here or here. Let's start here and see what we come up with and then work from there. So these are quite small ones. Those are the curling ones we just had. Those are some quite sharp ones.
That's not bad. That's kind of...
These oryx horns.
I mean, they're fabulous. We should have started making the characters here.
Alien antennae almost. These are all
oh, wow. I mean, maybe later in the plot, that's where it goes. I don't know.
Did you find those the most appealing? We can go slightly further back. If we take these off and go slightly further back on the forehead, we can get some proper, like, big ones curve back a bit more. Or those big ones curve back a bit.
Oh, wow.
Things like that.
They're amazing.
Yeah. Some really good ones here.
Yeah, they're really cool. Oh, what about
bull ones?
The next ones? Well, they're good.
Maybe some that curl. Oh, those are forward. I think these probably curl back a bit. There's some more curly ones. Are they too low down for what you were thinking?
Yeah, I think again the ones that we had sort of nailed it. But I'm enjoying. Let's just and the ones that are sort of bull-like.
Oh, the bull-like ones. So we had these ones that are proper bull horns. Hang on, there we go.
I mean, those are also pretty good. But I think the ones bang on the forehead are probably
the ones bang on the forehead, which were, I believe, those ones.
Oh, great! Yeah. That's pretty bang on for the character art.
Cool. Well, let's start there then, because horns, if we just start doing hair and things, that gets complicated. Now, there's a ton of hairstyles, or anything you can imagine. So, where do you think your Milk's sits?
So, Milk is kind of curly haired, sort of messy.
A bit like that?
Yeah, that kind of thing. Totally.
Do you want it longer or bigger? Because there are various options here to make it, or sweep it back a bit more.
I mean, that's pretty handsome.
It's pretty handsome, but what about Milk, though?
True. Yeah, I mean, frizzier was kind of the vibe.
That sort of thing?
Oh, that's also cool. Yeah, that's pretty good. Is there a one where it sort of covers the horns? Sort of in my head, the horns sort of come up through his...
Frizzier that covers the horns. You're full of these questions, aren't you? There's more of a mane.
You know me.
Down like that.
I mean, that's pretty cool.
Hang on. Let's look all the way to the bottom. There's some crazy ones at the bottom. No, they're not that mad. There's a half ponytail in there that has that at the back.
Oh, that's nice. That's nice.
Or you could have my haircut. Although, no, that's not mine. That's mine, sort of, but I've got a bigger one usually. No.
That is you. That's maybe that's you.
That's bigger and covers the horns a bit.
I mean, that's luscious. That's very luscious. Look, it's got a wonderful body. That's pretty good. Keep going up. Keep going up.
Keep going up. Sure.
Yeah. What about? So you pause there. Second row, second in from the left. Big.
This one
might be a bit afro-y, but yeah. One up. I mean, that's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
And then up to the top again.
Sure.
And then second row, first on the left.
That one.
I think I might have been. So I like that because it comes down in front of his face.
Okay, let's use that one. That's great.
Kind of aesthetic.
I mean, that's very Greek faun right now, which is great.
Good place to be, right?
Good place to be. Now, we can't really see your eyebrows that well, but we can see one there under the horn on the right. These are quite ridgy. We can go for more of a flat line, or for more bushy, or even a unibrow if you fancy it.
Frida Kahlo.
Frida Kahlo.
I think just something smooth and small.
There we go.
Yeah.
Eyes just means humanoid eyes or robot eyes or alien eyes, which... no need for that.
Less.
Well, yeah, actually, that's a good point. Your eyes are interesting because your right eye is actually not an eye. It's a sort of embodiment of three different strange... I'm going to try something weird here, if you'll allow me.
Sure.
How does that come out? Because that eye now, we can't do this in the paint job, I think, but we might be able to later, but that might get closer to your actual right eye, which has got sort of three things inside it. Yeah, let's see how that goes.
That definitely evokes the weirdness of his face, which is vital.
Now, for teeth, it's given you fangs at the moment. Obviously, with the demonic heritage, they're trying to do something like that. But we've also got more sort of bestial teeth, just some generally quite sharp ones, a bit more jagged, tusks.
I think one of the jaggedy ones, perhaps.
So there's sort of
right? Yeah, perhaps
fangs like that. Hang on, I'll zoom a bit closer. No, we can't get any closer. That's close as it goes.
Okay.
But we've got fangs and we've got more sort of jaggedy teeth. Which of those two do you prefer?
I think the one you've got looks pretty friendly but terrifying, which that's, where we want that.
Let's move on to the body. So that's a classic humanoid torso, and it's given you hoofed legs. Do you think Milk has hoofed feet? Do you think that's something that he does?
I don't think so. He wears a lot of shoes.
Cool. We'll put you back in sort of classic humanoid feet.
Okay.
His choice for emaciated legs. Grief, no need for that.
That's strange.
Yeah, I know. I think because you can make zombies.
Mermaiding.
Let's just see what it looks like. Let's just go there. That's just for us.
Yeah, that's fun.
Right, measurements. How tall do you think Milk is? Just over 6 foot here.
Oh, he's probably smaller than that. About 5.5, I think he is. He's quite small in my head.
5.5. Okay, pop it down to there. That does do things with the head size. You can make the head bigger, or you can keep it at that heroic proportion, I think is what it is.
It's good. Yeah, it's good where it is, I think. It looks sort of natural to me.
Now, weight, posture, build, all of these, they have an effect on the whole way the body looks. So I'm just going to move the sliders around. You can go down to quite thin and quite, sort of...
Okay.
Or all the way up to quite big in general. Okay. Do you have a sort of general point you want to start at?
Yeah, he's generally quite on the slender end.
Down to this sort of thing, or more up to here?
No, play it down there. Like, strength is his lowest stat, right? Okay. So
let's put him at really, really thin for now, and then see what happens as we put other things in. So posture affects the overall gait. You can get the neck fully straightened out, or you can get a proper sort of hunch on.
Could you rotate him a little bit to the side, just so I can see? Oh, that's menacing. And the other way?
Yeah. So
that's
full straight neck.
Sort of in the middle, I would say, somewhere. Yeah.
Okay, classic posture. Now, build does the torso.
Whoa.
Straightens and flattens that out a bit. So you can go all the way down to being quite almost waifish, or you can go all the way up to like bodybuilder levels for like the big strong characters, obviously.
Right. Just a bit broader, more on the upper end, but not huge. Yeah, sort of that.
Grand. Upper scale does a sort of blow up of the torso like that, so it grows out the shoulders and limbs in more of a proportional style, and also strengthens the neckline. Do you want to build that out a bit, or do you want to keep that a bit lower?
Keep it low, but just slightly. Yeah, that's good. That's good.
Muscularity defines the muscle tone, so you've got like more. The neck goes out, everything becomes a bit more chunky. The thighs, in particular, are the ones that go up.
Yeah. Come down to halfway.
Halfway.
And then maybe slightly upwards.
Oh.
Yeah, that's good. Because we might end up with a bit of dress, right? And he's got to sort of read.
Now, bust can expand and decrease the cup size, if that's what you're going for. Lara Croft at that end.
Oh, hilare. No bust from
No bust. No, that makes sense. The waist, I believe the waist one goes at the sides. Yeah, it does. So you can square out the waist and be more a rectangle, or you can thin it into proper, well, emaciated, and supermodel's probably somewhere around here. But
right. So a little bit concave.
A little bit concave.
Femme, yeah.
A little bit of femme styling. Okay, got that. That looks good to me. Belly actually takes all of that weight at the front and pops it out, so you can go all the way down, or you can proper flesh out at that point as well.
Oh, again, somewhere just not too emaciated, but yeah, that's good.
Curves does the hips, so you can add in more of a hip curve, more of a Beyonce, or you can go down all the way to sort of what I would describe as boyish hips, but that's old terminology.
Yes. Bring it sort of 25% up, I guess.
About that.
Give him a little bit of...
A little bit of curve? Cool.
A little bit of curve.
And booty is exactly what you'd expect. I'm trying to find a good angle on this. There we go. And it literally sticks out the bum.
Cakes.
Yeah.
Oh.
Sticks out the bum.
Again, maybe 25%. He's not carrying a lot in his can, I don't think.
Okay. All sorted. Right. You don't have wings. You do have a tail.
No.
Now, it's given you a sort of demonic lizard-like tail here, but there are a variety of different options. You can go for all sorts of different things if you fancy something a bit different.
Oh, fun. I think we might have been on a good one. And like the sort of diamond tip is the sort of style, which it seems that we already have
cool. Let's
pre-selected for us.
Yeah, well, we did say half demon. That makes sense. And you don't have a turtle shell or fronds, so we'll leave that one out.
Okay.
Right, outfits. Now we can do a full outfit, which tends to be sort of all the sets, things that they've got, or we can go through it one by one. I tend to like going through one by one because there's so many different choices and you want to look different.
Oh my God. Yeah. Okay.
Does Milk wear anything on his head?
Well, this is the thing, you see. Milk wears pretty much whatever he wants.
Of course. We should just say that Milk is a warlock with a lot of illusion powers, so you can change the outfit whenever you want. Why not pick either one that you think is particularly like notable for Milk, or one that you think would be particularly fun to have a good look on?
Okay, so his sort of classic styling is a bit spy-like in a dress. Or I guess something ridiculous is another option.
Should we try going for sort of a basic, like, nice dress? I had a thought on this. Hang on, I'm going to look down and see if I can find it. Where is it? I mean, a bodice seems a bit much, but there was a nice shirt here that had a nice sort of upper collar that I thought quite suited the character art.
It's quite, he's often quite dressy.
There was a sort of button... Oh, where is it? There's one with toggles. There was a really nice shirt with toggles that really spoke to me when I looked at... here we go. They have a cross chest with some poofy sleeves.
It's got quite a Tudor vibe to it.
Here we go. There, the doublet. That's got some nice toggles across the front that really spoke to me. But that's not
that's cute. That's cute.
I'm going to keep going for a bit because there are also like bigger jackets and that sort of thing too.
Oh, there's so many.
Yeah.
Okay, not power armor. Oh, what's that you've got on right now? Is that
biker jacket?
That's kind of cute.
Yeah, we can style that. I mean, the lower half's going to be a dress or skirt, so that can definitely combine into an overall look.
Harness and a bra.
We go for harness.
I'm just enjoying the moment.
Hang on. If you're going for that, let's go to the really fun one. Yay!
Oh, scallop shells.
Scallop
Classic.
shells.
Oh dear.
A seaweed chest wrap, perchance? That's a bit distressed.
Both I and Milk would find that amusing.
A jabot with a frill?
See, that's very cute. Scroll. What's at the bottom?
These are sensor bars that you can have literally with a sensor plank built into the Mini.
That's hilarious. If you head up a little.
Sure. I'm gonna leave the jabot on because I quite like it. But
okay.
We've also got, these are more sort of, there's a gambeson, which is late
That's
antiquity.
cute.
These are more sort of sci-fi now. There's a couple of pieces that go a bit more into armor at this point, which you're...
What about?
this one's quite fun. This one's got a proper sort of like frilled coat.
That is nice. Come to the end of this row, the one on the left.
A vest.
That's also pretty nice.
I mean, we're going to be here for hours unless you pick one.
Okay, hold that, because that looks like the one that's in the image that I have.
Should we do the legs alongside? We've got quite a lot of skirt dressy sort of combo, so we can see what we can do down here. Hang on. So we can go quite short on these, or we can go quite long, depending on what you're looking for.
I think short. One of the does.
Little princess dress there. That looks a little bit Spartacus, doesn't it?
It does.
We got here.
Nice.
That's got a bit of weight. I think that's supposed to be armor, so it's probably got a bit of weight to it. There's something like that.
That's cute. What about the two to the left of the armor?
This one here.
So there's like, and then one up.
Oh, that one there. Miniskirt.
That one. I mean, that's quite good. I mean, that looks like a well-intentioned outfit. What about the one? There's like two. One to the left of that one, up one, and then one. Yeah, that one. That's very cute.
It is cute.
That kind of looks. I think that kind of looks quite nice.
We can also, because Milk wears has a sort of lovely tights on, doesn't he?
Sometimes.
Yeah. Because we can cheat tights with the colour later, so we could potentially put some tights under that if you wanted to.
Okay, well that looks very like Milk at work.
Yeah, it's a great look as well. We can also do some fun things with the shoes. We can have some quite high shoes. Let me have a look down here, see what we've got. These are all armoury. Where's the... Yeah, that's plate mail, apparently. Hang on, I'm trying to find some longish boots. I know there are longish boots in here. Oh, those are a bit much, aren't they? God. There we go, tall boots.
I mean, Chris. Oh, they're pretty cute.
A bit chunky,
I like
aren't
those.
they?
They are slightly chunky. What about a strappy sandal?
Oh, you can do a strappy sandal. There's a rope thong.
I mean, he has been wearing sandals for quite a lot of what has happened so far.
That's true. Let's have a look. I mean, there's also... What else have we got? There's so much stuff in here.
There is so much stuff.
Again, the boots are so chonk. I'd love something a bit slimmer, but they haven't got one. I mean, two queer people doing this is the worst idea. We're going to be here for hours.
Right, we could be here for days. Keep going.
More of a thong sandal again, but more of... I mean, those are habaneros, definitely. Look at them.
I mean, those are wildly impractical, and I do like them for that reason, as with Milk.
A boot under there is quite fun. Oh, a proper workman's boot under there. Look at that.
That's terribly indelicate of you, Chris, to even suggest it.
Oh, heavens, I'm sorry.
I spy, though.
Go on.
Did I spy a pair of slippers with bunny ears on them?
You did. Where are they? They're up here. Bunny slippers. I mean, that's very Milk, isn't it? Just totally inappropriate.
That might be perfect. Totally inappropriate.
I love him.
He did begin his first scene in a bathrobe.
He did? Yes, that is correct. I love it. Yeah, great. Let's leave those. In terms of gear, they go really wild here. There's lots of options. So you could be holding something in your tail, for example. You can have things in your hands. You can have things sort of on your sides. You can have something on your back. There are also like cloaks, backpacks, items to go on your back, sunglasses if you want them. There's all sorts of choices.
Oh, okay. If you nip to eyes, then there? I'm wondering if. What about a monocle, like over because he wears a lot of glasses, doesn't he?
You do a monocle over that eye?
Over that one eye.
So disappearing into your cheekbone a little bit because your cheeks are so high. Do a patch over it. I mean, you don't wear an eye patch, do you? You do wear sunglasses, though.
He does wear sunglasses to hide his thing.
Problem is that then becomes sunglasses cover all of the eye. We can change the colour on them, which is fine, but you wouldn't be able to see the eye, whereas I might be able to cheat the eye if you're not wearing sunglasses.
Okay, then take it off. It's, if you think we can get
should we keep trying, because the colour's going to make a big difference on this one, then we can always come back and add things. But any other items you want to be particularly having on your personage, or holding in your tail, frankly? I think that's always the most amazing one.
Holding in tail is good.
Glass you with a tail.
That's nice. Give me a quick scroll through random items, because it's bound to be a random.
Frying pan.
Frying pan is coffee mug.
That's a useless holder. That's useless. Why is it down? God, it should be up. We can sort that in pose later. An umbrella.
Has used an umbrella. I mean,
wooden
anything.
Steak, humanoid heart.
Ooh, sinister.
A brain.
Oh my god, the choices. Brain. Brilliant.
I mean, in the hand, does Milk really carry or hold anything in his hands a lot of the time? It doesn't seem like it really does. I mean, spell effects is a thing we can do on hands as well.
Ooh, let's have a look at spell effects.
I've got sort of fire. I'll get a better view on that. Fire or big flame.
Oh wow.
Or a hand. Wait, hang on, there we go.
Oh wow, is that mage hand? Oh, it is. Oh wow, that's
some
cool.
kind of crazy ass mage hand. Smoke effects are quite
skulls.
good.
Skulls. That's pretty Milk. He's a big pew pew with his Eldritch Blast. Right?
Yeah. We're not supposed to say what timeline we're doing this in, but we've already done Ashura's, and she's definitely got skulls in one hand due to the necromancy. You could have skulls shooting out of the hands like that.
Oh, that's even better. Oh, I love it.
Yeah, so some flying skulls.
Awesome. And can we get the coffee cup back in his tail?
Yeah, of course we can.
I think that's all the equipment he needs for the day, right? Like, I've got my coffee. I'm going to kill some people.
Well, when we do poses, that might shift around a bit, so we can play around with all of that. Do you want anything like a backpack or a cloak or something like that?
No, I think I'm okay for those. I wouldn't mind a hat, though.
We do want a hat. Okay, let's go back. Hats might cover horns. We'll see what we can do. Well, what sort of hat are you thinking? Like, we've got like hoods.
I'm thinking like something fancy and quite femme.
Fancy and femme. Okay.
Wait, go back up a little bit.
Sure.
Sorry, there's just so many to look at. There's a crown. That's kind of fun.
Your horns just burst through.
The one above, is it like a chef's hat?
As
and
a
then to the
French
left. See, that's very Milk.
Oh, that's adorable. It's like sort of it's like bizarre schoolgirl gone horribly wrong. I dig it.
Bizarre schoolgirl. I mean, is that the aesthetic? I'm not sure I want that aesthetic. I don't know. To me, that says like French spy.
To me, that says Madeline's had a really bad day. Let's leave it there for now. Again, we can always tweak these and come back if we want to. There's no need to.
Okay.
Cool.
Okay.
That's the basics of all the different pieces. What the pose now tends to adapt a lot of these, so we can try different things out. Now, there's one down here with a very cocky leg twist that's very close to the artwork. I was going to pop in and see how that went.
Oh, fun! That's very Milk. That's awesome.
I might be able to tweak some of because you can tweak some of the bits here, especially things like the head. I can probably make the spell effects go different direction. Ooh. Might be able to move them so they're not like straight lines. Depends on what you want, really.
Okay. I mean, they look pretty good with the kind of casual, and then I'm just going to shoot you in the face, which, I'm very for.
Now, for my peace of mind, I can't change that, but I'm going to try and make the tail so the coffee cup isn't literally pouring out all over the floor, because what is the earthly point? Let's see what we can do here. Can we twist the tail around? We can. No, not far enough. Okay. Can we tilt? No, that's... It's not.
That's good. That's a start, though. Like, if you bring it up more...
I'm trying to get the...
And then...
Can it go up more and then twist more? No, it can't quite get to the point where the cups...
But there's more. Look, there's a number 2 as well.
There is a number 2. What is the number 2? It might be the mug itself. I don't know. Oh, there's 3 as well. Good lord. Oh, there we go. So, how's that?
I mean, that's coming. That's great. That's super nice.
That's a very
It's casual. Just hold my coffee cup here while I, burn the shit out of my enemies. That's, I'm having a good day.
I dig that as a look. Yeah, that's good. Okay, let's add some colour to this and see what we can do, because that's the joy of having the colour thing.
Oh my god.
What sort of skin tone do you go for Milk, do you think?
Well, obviously it's going to be slightly difficult. He's bright red, exactly that tone, but he is splashed with sort of areas of white, which
I've been
we may or
looking
may not be
into
able to
this.
do.
I don't think we can do the vitiligo. I've tried various things to make it, and I don't think it actually works, because the skin all comes as one object, you see. So I can't, unless there's a way to do a sort of... Hang on, I had a thought. Give me a sec. This is me just trying to use different effects in game, because I think that it's more of a sort of ruby. Oh, that comes out weird.
Wow.
I'm trying to
Pretty
find.
bright, though.
Yeah, I'm trying to find. There are sort of some cloth effects have this where there's sort of undercurrents. See, that's allowing an undercurrent cut, so we might be able to get some white in there if we're smart about it. Hang on, let me see what I can do. No, that does the whole thing. I need a sort of white sheer. No, that's purple. Don't mind me.
So clever.
No, that gets a bit garish, doesn't it?
It's crazy. Can you choose those colours, or?
There is a very complex way of doing it. Hang on, I'm going to have a go at something, and it might not work.
Okay.
But it's just an attempt. I'm going to add the colour there, so it's in our colour mix. There it is. Now, does aubergine allow you... No, it doesn't allow me to do anything clever. It always has the undercurrent. But that white is the undercurrent that we want with the red of this. So if I can colour match the red of this, which is all over there. There we go. No, it's not really coming through in the same way, is it?
Oh, but that was kind of working. It's just a bit bright and now a bit grey.
Hang on. Okay, now if I try that colour on your skin... there we go.
That's not bad.
A little bit of patchiness. Oh, a little bit of patchiness.
Oh,
We've
that's
done
great.
It.
Great.
It's not perfect, but it's close.
No, but it gives you a sense of.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I'm very proud of that. Sorry,
Well done.
I didn't know if I'd be able to do it, and I did.
I was very impressed.
Now, instead of doing themes, because themes tend to sort of smash out the colour a little bit, let's just start from scratch and go through all the colours and get all these pieces in. Now, in terms of the outfit, what kind of colour were you thinking there?
They're sort of darks with maybe some accents. So that purple is quite nice, but maybe then a turquoise on the belt and the fringe, or...
Yeah, sure. Let me just have a little bit of a fiddle, see what I can do. If I can get these, because you've got epaulets as well. Oh, delightful. How's that for some colour accenting on the purple?
It's like
Sorry, say that again. Missed that.
Very impressed. Very nice, like a professional job.
Hang on, you've got lovely epaulets. Do you want them to be, I think, a different colour on epaulets?
Okay, then maybe a gold.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. A gold on the epaulets
for the metal details.
Now we've got metal.
And the buttons.
Now I'm can't actually do some gold metal coloration, so it has that shine on it for all of the detailing here. Hang on.
Wow, it's so detailed.
Isn't that great? Look at that.
Yeah.
Also, it's got a military cut now. I dig it.
Right. And sporty. Military meets 80s sports vibe.
Now, we seem to have got your ears and hair going weird colours, so I'm just going to go in and fix those. There we go. Done that. Okay. If we do the hair next, that's probably going to set off how we do the rest of the face. Hang on, I'm going to zoom in on the head. There we go. What colour hair do you think Milk has?
Sort of whitish.
Whitish, okay. Now we've got hair colours. We've got a sort of proper white, or we can go a more sort of salty white there.
That's pretty good. A little bit of tone. That's nice.
So going through the ear weirdly, unfortunately. No perfect. What colour are your horns?
Black.
Black horns. Okay, there isn't horn, but there is bone. So it's sort of a dark bone we can use. And it's got, we can do colour styration on it too. Gorgeous. So let's have that there. And then, no, that's too light. Don't mind me. Going for more of sort of a bone colour in. And then that needs to be your skin colour.
What about the black one? Sorry.
What black one?
On the horns palette, bottom right.
Thank you. Missed that. How's that?
That's pretty nice. Yeah, that's great. Could we bring the beret to match the dress in one of those three wonderful color choices?
Yeah, of course.
You've made.
Let's see.
What do you think in the turquoise?
Well, hang on. We can double tone it.
Two.
We can double tone it, so it could have.
Then the turquoise. That is good. Well done.
And also, and we can even have.
Oh my god!
Oh dear.
Perfect. Look at that.
Look at that bubble on top. How ideal.
That's...
Okay, I'm going to tackle the eye now. I'm going to do it. I'm going to tackle it.
Okay.
Is that eye? Wait, is that eye as it is now correct? The sort of slightly,
yeah, that's great.
Great. Now let's try this. Let's try your crazy other eye because we can. I do lots of clever things with eyes in this. So
oh wow.
I'm going to go for. It says bovine. Don't at me. But
I'm going with you. Yeah.
Oh, it won't let me change the eye colour. It won't let me do it as an eye. How frustrating. Will it let me do it as something?
Is that because you've changed the shape?
I think so. Yes. Okay. Because what it does there is it does a sort of colour thing across that. Silver doesn't really catch it, does it? More of a sort of white.
It's not bad.
How's that?
I mean, it definitely evokes the spirit of the thing.
Can't get any closer than that because we can't do any detailing on it. If we had an eye there, we might be able to detail it, but wouldn't be able to get the 3 dots in it, the 3 different things. I think that's probably
sure. That's great.
Right. Do you want to be wearing tights with this, or do you think the legs bare works?
You mean? I mean, I think that kind of works.
Okay,
as is.
Just leave the legs bare. That's fine. What colour's your coffee cup?
Oh, something random.
Something random. Hang on, I've got some fun random ones.
Great.
Glowing almost with the gem-like quality. That's a bit much, isn't it? Hang on, let's find something a bit less gauche. Just base paint, see what we can do here. So it's just purple, but now it's...
perfect.
And what do you want to be drinking? What do you think you're drinking?
Coffee, black coffee, definitely.
Black coffee. Okay, so black coffee isn't actually black; it's more of a brown.
Mm-hmm.
It's not letting me. What's going on? Hang on. There we go. It's too close to.
That looks like blood, darling.
Yeah, it's too close to skin colour. How about this? What it describes as hot sauce brown. No, it's the same sort of colour. Hang on, I'm going to use wood, bizarrely, because I think that might actually come up with a better.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah,
that's great.
I thought so. How about your slippers?
So I'm guessing probably white with pink accents.
Okay, let's have a look here at what we can do, because I think if we use cloth on the slippers with a sort of warm creaminess, that might come through very nicely. Yes, I love it. Oh, hang on. Do you want to add a sort of pink to it for the bunniness?
Yeah, sort of the insides of the ears and the eye, wherever.
Let's try. Oh, it's a bit much, isn't it? A little lighter. Here we go. Yes.
You see?
Yes.
Ah, that's so cute.
Yes. It's perfect. No!
So close. Tiny bits.
And I've done the base as well. God.
Wow. We need more days to do this.
I know. It's one of those things where I could spend hours on this, and I do. Lovely. I'll fix the base later. So that's the slippers. And in terms of the spell effect, what kind of coloration are you feeling on the spell effects here? Because we can do all sorts of crazy things. They've got flame is how they describe it, sort of flame paints to get a really lovely sort of bright and often styrated colour. Yeah, they've got 2 styrations on this, and the skull and the teeth can all be different, so we can really play around with this.
Okay, so something garish and sinister is, again, maybe
hang on.
The turquoise is not a bad place to start.
I'm going to go extremely garish, and you tell me if I've gone too far.
No, that's promising.
Now, to get the effect of that, the skull needs to be darker, yes. And I'm just going to do this. Tell me if you like it. I mean, that's very Dia de los Muertos, isn't it? Oh, we can do the eyes too. Yes.
I can't believe you found my limit. That's amazing. Can we make the teeth are too much for me, Chris? Can we make Can you make them yellow?
I can do anything you like, babes. Glowing yellow.
That's genius. That's genius. I'm in love with it.
That is Mexican skull candy right there. Is what that is. That's amazing.
So pretty and so terrifying.
Oh,
6 would be.
Red, I think we've made milk.
Wow. I think we have made milk.
Is there anything in there you want to tweak or play around with?
No, I'm really satisfied.
Now, we wanted to try
great.
and add your familiar to this, which is almost impossible because your familiar is a squid, and there aren't squids on this. I've looked, but we can add items to a base, and you said there was something here that might work. Let's have a look.
Yeah, I think there's some tentacles in there somewhere.
Tentacles! Yes, there are. Yeah.
Which is pretty evocative of...
Well, let's pop them in. I'm fine with that. What colour are the tentacles, though?
Well, I mean, Melinoe, his squid, is sort of pale and white, but I get a sense that I get maybe black and sort of shiny, if that's a possibility.
Of course it is, darling. Of course it is. Now, this is sort of... Hang on. Black and shiny and metallic might really pop. Yes, thought they might.
Yeah, that kind of thing.
And now a sort of silvery thing over the top. Yes.
Ooh, wonderful.
Yes. Almost sort of
great.
slick and almost metallic looking.
Yeah.
I'm just going to sort the base out because that's a disaster. God, time. Right. How are we feeling? How's that?
I think that looks pretty brilliant.
God, this is disturbing as all hell. This is what this is. This is disturbing in the best possible way.
In which case, we've nailed it.
I think we have. I think we've nailed it.
I think it's pretty impressive to have managed to get, so close to what milk looks like.
Oh, I'm very pleased. Well, thank you, Red. There we go. Milk the miniature. And we'll hopefully have that from Hero Forge to be able to use as an initiative tracker on our game relatively soon. Big thank you to you, Red, for taking part. Catch Milk and all the other characters for Icewind Dale Corrupted on Monday evenings, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. GMT at twitch.tv/D&D and twitch.tv/adventurerswanted. Thanks again, love, and I'll see you soon.
Pleasure. See you later. Bye.